Hey everybody, it's Caressa again. How's it going? Today I thought I would show a finished flip through of this book I completed, a bold and easy large print coloring book. There's doesn't seem to be an author, but it says it's by Island Smiles Press. I got this on Amazon. I'm afraid I don't remember the price, but I did really enjoy this book. It's got very cute images, so let's flip through it together, shall we? Now this is the ownership page. I put a little thing here so you guys couldn't see my last name. There's me, Caressa. Let's go on. They include this really nice test page where you can test your colors. You can see I've tested, look at that glitter, woo! I've tested all sorts of different media, crayons, markers, and whatnot on this. So I do like that they include a test page like this. This is the first page. I really should have shaded in this label now that I'm thinking of it, but what's done is done, I suppose. And I also I colored in a little gingham. I decided to make the fabric gingham, so I colored that in like that. These I did with, I guess you'd call them tempera paint sticks and gel, what do you call those gel sticks? Gelatos and such. You know what I'm talking about, like the tempera paint crayons and the gel sticks. You can see a little bit of the glitter from the gelatos in there, I think. I can't remember. I know I used water media because I can tell from the wrinkling and the buckling going on the page. I think it was tempera gel sticks, and I think I may have activated them a little bit with water, and gelatos with a little bit of water. I think that's what happened. Or are these gel highlighters? Thoughts. And I just put some silver pin in here on the circle for some highlight. A mandala of some sort. I decided to go over the background with this blue crayon to sort of make a pattern. Added some pattern here and here for some interest. I think this was marker and crayon, as I recall. Like alcohol marker. And then this, I decided on the background, I don't know if you can tell, it's a Pentel glitter brush pen, and it's a black ink with a red glitter. It is so beautiful, that glitter. So I put it as like to make like a fake lacquered background, and I just drew in with some white gel pen some patterns, and then I just did like basic wood, and then this is like crayon or colored pencil, I don't remember. It's all about the background on this one. I really like how the center of this sunflower came out. The sunflower is all sorts of highlighters mixed together to make a brown. Like I used like some blue here, some yellow there. It just kind of made it mottled and then layered it up into making it a brown. So you can see there. So this is macarons. The background is just, I believe they're called confetti crayons from Crayola. They kind of color change as you color with them. And I just did spots in the background. And the macarons themselves, I believe, were colored with zebra midlighters and then shaded in with probably pencil or something, I don't know. Okay, so the background of this fish, this blue here, I added with one of those outline pens, one of those pens that's silver, and then it'll have a color outline outside of that. I did that with a blue outline pen. And then for the background inside, I did with the zebra midliners. I just came in and just did stripes. So I just added stripes for some variation. And I also added striped, I like indicated scales, but I made the fish striped in a scaly way, you know. So I scalloped the edges. Oh, and I also like the texture I did on the coral there. This one looks like the dog's breakfast from afar, but if you look at the glitter, it looks a lot better. I did sort of variations and stripes of colors within the flowers, as you can see. But then the background is some of that brush pen glitter, that Pentel brush pen glitter. It looks a lot better when you see it with the glitter. I don't know. This one for sure, the glitter stands out. That is the Pentel glitter, brush pen glitter that does that in the background here. This bluish green color. And then for this was more the tempera paint stick, and I believe I came in over the top with crayon to do the shading. This I believe I did with metallic colored pencils because I wanted to see how they looked as their own thing, just as their own color palette. So as you can see, it makes a very gray, very subtle, very lovely color palette. As you can see, I like how the water came out here. I kind of did like a pattern so it looked like water. But as you can see, it's not really metallic. I wouldn't say it's metallic, but it's an interesting color palette that it gives you. Another mandala. For the background, I colored it in with markers, just a red area, a blue area, a green area, and a purple area. And then I came over the top with a silver metallic marker and just made like this checkerboard pattern all the way around. And then I did like some colored stripes inside the mandala. This was also tempera paint stick. The peppers were in the background here. This was activated with water. And then I came back in with different fine liner colored pens and just drew in the tablecloth in like a hatching pattern. I really like how the pattern came out, as you can see there. But yeah, I just added the bottom because I felt like it needed, you know, an area for the peppers to sit on, you know what I mean? This came out really pale. I do like the texture on the grass. I don't know if you can really see the colors very well because it's very pale. It's very pale. I'm not sure. I guess I probably did this with colored pencil. I would guess. I don't remember. This one's simply with alcohol markers. I outlined a couple colors, turquoise and hot pink, or fuchsia right here, and then yellow. I really like the way this chameleon came out. I really tried to, as you can see with the shading and highlighting, I really tried to make it textured like scales. If you can see there. So he looked like you could pet him. This one, I believe, I want to say watercolor or tempera paint stick. It's just different colors modeled together to make it look sort of brown. And then the background is tempera paint stick that's been water activated. They don't really move around that much, but that's, yeah. So, I mean, keep that in mind if you're going to use them. Maybe it's just the brand I was using, or maybe it's just this paper, I don't know, but they didn't really want to move around in here. And then I just put a little metallic around the edges. Well, you can see I used metallic and glitter again. This I just did the waves around here with a glitter marker, with some glitter marker. Just added those in. Hibiscus with a boat. I don't know. I kind of made sort of a water pattern, sort of, with the blue crayon back here that you can see. There we go. And I think I did alcohol marker and maybe crayon for the rest, for like the boat and the flowers. This one, I want to say colored pencil. These stripes, I believe, are metallic marker, these wiggly stripes. And then I did some white gel pen for the dots in the middle. Let's see, is this the next page? Frog. I decided I could have done a green frog, but I thought, let's do like a tropical, like rainforest frog. So I made him orange with some blue. I added in the flowers. The flowers, of course, didn't come in the background. I just drew them in and colored them. And I drew some grass texture as well. The flowers, the grass texture. I also added a pattern under a striped pattern, or actually it's a plaid pattern under the cat to go with the towel. I added spots on the towel as well. And I added more pattern, wood grain pattern, I don't know if you can see that, around the actual wood grain pattern that they drew in. So, lots that I added there. This one I'm not keen on. The background came out really splotchy. It's more tempera paint stick. You'd think I'd learn, but I didn't, apparently. And I added a few stars in with some metallic pen. The balloon itself, these colors are all fine liner pen in different patterns that I drew in. And then I came back in with a white gel pen and just outlined a little. But all the patterns are not actually there. I drew those in, except for the V part. A gnome. I drew this one in. I wasn't really sure. I kind of wanted to make him look a little different than most guard gnomes, so I went with like kind of a Celtic green man color scheme with like a green beard. And I added like the plaid. I really like how the plaid came out. I just added, you know, plaid, and then for the joints, where it joins up, you just put in a darker green, and it adds that plaid effect. I like that. Added some little, I think these are also the confetti crayons, as I recall, that color change. I just kind of added some little plants around. Some little plants. A betta fish. I can't remember. I think the background is layers of like watercolor, tempera, paint stick, and something else. And of course, like, I think Pentel glitter pen, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. But then I outlined the fish with lots of dark color. White gel pen here around the seaweed. I don't know. This was done solely with crayon. These are old twist-up crayons that I've had since high school. Not gonna even lie. They don't even make them at the dollar store anymore. But I just added some leaves here. Like the indication of leaves there, and then the background with some clouds. I made that up. It came out pretty well. I drew little, I don't know if these are, what am I trying to say? They are strawberries, I guess, but they look kind of like raspberries. I just drew little strawberries in the background, and then came in with the mint color, you know, from the mint, and just did like a drizzle, and then just drew little leaves over the top. I think this was, now that I'm thinking about it, midliner and crayon, I think. This one was interesting. I did this one with the mandala itself. I did with outline pen that's a color, and then, or a silver and then a color. So you can see where it's very subtle, like it's all silver, but this one is subtly red, this one is subtly blue. That's because it's the outline color. In the middle, I don't think the silver was working as well, but on the outside it sure did. And then Pentel brush pen on the outside here with some white gel pen. I colored the background in black. Toucan came out well. The whole thing was done with acrylic Ardex markers. The textures came out quite well. Like, let me show you his face. He looks pretty good, I think. Flowers look nice. I think this one came out pretty good. I will say I don't know that I like the markers technically though, because they're brush pens and I have kind of a thing with brush pens, so I don't know. I'll have to think about that. This one had water media on it. You can tell because the page is slightly buckled. A goldfish. I think I did water, like those Arteza water brush color pens. I did those and then I tried to activate them with water and then it wouldn't move, so it just kind of was what it was. But I blended it and then I added the bubbles back here because I felt like I wanted something to just kind of go across, so I just made up the bubbles to go across to add to the I can't say words, composition. Can't say words today. So I just kind of colored those in. I can't remember how I made the bubbles, but there you go. Sort of a Christmassy scene. I mean, it could technically be any holiday, but I was like, yeah, this is pretty Christmassy. The snow is just white out that I added, as you can see, just to make it look like snow. I did the plaid on the packaging, as you can see, with polka dots. Nothing too amazing on this page. I like how the background came out on this. I just hatched for everything on the mandala, as you can see. Like, I did orange, and then I came back in with red and just hatched over top. This, for the background, what I did was I hatched with, like, orange here, and green there, and pink there, and then I came back with, like, a silver marker and just hatched over each area. So I think the background came out pretty cool looking, if I do say so. Snail on some mushrooms. He's pretty cute. Lots of glitter like Twilight, as they say on What We Do in the Shadows. Glitter like Twilight. Not a lot to say about that one. Not a lot to say about this one either. This one's tempera paint stick again. And I think with crayons, I came in and I just colored in some roses. Drew in some roses in the background. You can see. Just drew them in. Felt like it needed a background. This one I think I did with like, I think it was like dollar store colored pencils. You can tell that the colors are really quite weak. But I think it adds to like a sort of a pastel vibe. My cat is meowing. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. But like it's subtle, but you can see like the color change. Or not the color change, the blend is what I'm trying to say. I did add brown to make the chocolate chips and like the mint, because I was like, it's got to be mint chocolate chip, right? If it's mint, just saying. This one I did with highlighters, as you can tell. And then I did like crayon in the background here. Not a lot to say about that one. Koala. In the background, I just drew kind of like eucalyptus with, was it gel? I think this is gel. No, I don't think this is tempera paint stick. I think this is, oh, I know what these are. These are gel, I don't want to say chalk markers, but they're these gel crayon-y chalk markers from the Dollar Tree. And I used them and I drew the eucalyptus and the green one, and then I outlined with the purple and the pink, and then I added the gold one up here. You're supposed to put them on chalkboards, but they're like an oily crayon. I don't even know if they still make them at the Dollar Tree or not. But I did that, and then on the outline I put just some silver dots. So you can see for the koala there. Just not much to say about this one, just kind of a oceany thing there. I think there's some glitter in here. Yeah, there's some glitter in here. Not a lot. I sound disappointed. Not a lot. This one's kind of crazy. I did this with lots of highlightery colors, as you can tell. The background I just hatched in with, or didn't hatch in. I did like a checkerboard. And then I just put in like splotches and splatters of white, just weird little patches of it, just to kind of break it up. And the color of the chocolate chips here, that's actually layered up highlighters. Like that's like purple and green and blue and orange all layered together. So that's still highlighter color. Now this one, the background is super glittery. Super glittery. This is probably, I think this is metallic colored pencil or crayon. Something like that. But this is all Pentel. This background is all Pentel colored glitter brush pen. Yes. Look at that. Woo! That is some glitter, I'm telling you. It's really intense in real life. And that's it. That's all she wrote, folks. I hope you like it, though. I hope I don't know if you guys had any expectations, but if you did, I hope I met them. So that's the whole book. I really do recommend this book. I think it's fun. I think it's easy. It's easy going. It's got lots of space for you to make patterns and do cool, cute things in it. So I recommend this book. I hope you had fun today. I had fun talking to you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Give me a thumbs up, a like, drop a comment, say hi. Okay, see you guys soon. Bye.